कि NIC conduct exam for 2 posts, scientist B and technical assistant, and there is a very good opportunity for the student because right now the number of vacancies large, so very good. There are 288 vacancies in scientist B and 207 207 vacancy in scientist technical assistant A. So there is a very good opportunity for all the students, and as the similar type of series we already run for most expected gate questions for 2020, and believe 100 out of 100%, 70% of the questions from the most expected gate questions came into the exam. So in this way, because during a lockdown period we want your study did not affected due to coronavirus, so we are running a series. The name of this series is most expected NIC question on DBMS. Getting my point? So we start, and the name of the series is concept through the questions. And Nimbus also providing a online courses for scientist B as well as technical assistant. There are two type of courses. First one is live course and another one is video recording courses. Recorded courses is we cannot say recorded courses, it's a video on demand. Means if you demand, then you will get the video in which you are getting the all video lectures of the scientist B as well as technical assistant. And there is a one course, live course, in which we are providing daily 6 hours live classes, 3 hours in morning and 3 hours in evening time. And we also focus on your studies timing, suitable timing, so don't worry about that. And your team, your academic team and administrative team are always here to help you. Any type of problem if you are getting, then we are here to help you. And according to this, we also understand your problem due to coronavirus, and so we are starting one more series, concept through most expected questions on DBMS for technical assistant and scientist B. Or not only for DBMS, this type of series you will get the questions on each and every subject. So the name of series is concept through the questions, in which we are explaining the concept with the help of questions, and these are the most probable concept in DBMS for NIC exam. Getting my point? And please all of you subscribe the Nimbus Learning, so you will get all notification, all details regarding to NIC scientist B as well as technical assistant paper, dates and videos, and all the study materials you will get on that platform, YouTube platform, Nimbus Learning, powered by Engineer Academy. Now we came to the question. What is the question? Question number 1 is find the number of candidate key for a relational schema R A, B, C, D. There are relational schema R with 5 attribute A, B, C, D with FD set A tends to BC, CD tends to E, and B tends to D, and E tends to A. And the option are A is 2, B is 3, C is 4, and D is 5. Getting my point? So in this asking about the number of candidate key, you already know what is the number of candidate key. Candidate key means minimal of super key. And how we find the multiple candidate key? First we find one candidate key, and that attribute is called prime attribute. Now we have to check if that prime attribute is derived by any X attribute or not. If it is happen, then you can say there is a multiple candidate key. Getting my point? Here you can see this is the FD set. So first we take the closure of A. You already know because this is the part 2. In part 1 we already taken the questions of closure and super keys and candidate key also. So first we take the closure of A. You are getting A, B, C, D, E. Means all attribute of relational schema R is derived by A, and A is a simple attribute, no composite. So directly you can say A is a candidate key. So what is the prime attribute? A is prime attribute. Now you have to check if any X attribute drives the prime attribute or not. What we have to do? Listen carefully. First find any one candidate key. That attribute is called prime attribute. Now you have to check in this FD list key if that prime attribute is determined by any X attribute or not. If it so happen, then there is a multiple candidate key. Getting a point? So here you can see A is determined by E. So when you take the closure of E, from E you are getting A, and from A already you are getting all attributes. So you can say E is also candidate key, and you add in the prime attribute list. Now A work is not complete. A का काम अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ है. You have to check again कि A is determined by any or not. This one is complete. No, no, no. Now you have to check E. E determined by CD. Getting my point? Means CD tends to E. When you take the closure of CD, you are getting E, and from E you are getting A, and from A already you can say all attribute we are determining. So in this case you can't say CD is directly candidate key. Why? if any proper subset of candidate key super key is also a super key, then that proper subset is called candidate key. Means CD को candidate key अपन कब तक नहीं बोलेंगे? I already told you candidate key का मतलब है minimum से minimum attribute और set of attribute जो अपन को मैंडेटरी रिक्वायर्ड है. गेटिंग अ पॉइंट. तो CD को कैंडिडेट की क्यों नहीं बोलेंगे अभी डायरेक्ट? बिकॉज अपन पहले चेक करेंगे क्या C या D से भी अपन सारे एट्रीब्यूट निकाल पा रहे हैं या नहीं निकाल पा रहे. गेटिंग अ पॉइंट. इफ यू डिटरमाइन ऑल एट्रीब्यूट फ्रॉम C और D, then you can say either C or D respectively is a candidate key. So first we take the closure of C. If you take the closure of C, what we are getting? When you take the closure of C, you are getting only C, and when you take the closure of D, you are getting only D. Means not all attribute of relational schema are neither determined by C nor determined by D. So you can say CD is my candidate key. CD is my candidate key, and the prime attribute list is C, D. Getting my point? C, D. Now you have to check E work is complete or not. Yes. Now you have to check for C. C is determined by A, which I already taken. C determined by A, and we already declare A is a candidate key. Now we have to check D. D is determined by B, means you can replace the D with the help of B. Clear? So here you can see I replace the D with the help of B, BC, but I am not saying BC is directly candidate key. Why I am not saying BC is directly candidate key? Until unless you will need decompose proper subset, take the closure of proper subset, you can't say that is a candidate key. So here you can see we take the proper subset closure of proper subset B or C. Here you can see I am not getting the closure of C also. Why? Because we are a technical man. Getting my point? We are not a labor. Means what is the meaning of this? Don't take otherwise, because already this is the same question. Already we have taken the closure of C. Then why we take the closure of C again? Getting my point? So we just take the closure of B. Only we take the closure of B. You are not getting all attribute, so BC is my candidate key. So B is also here. Now you check either D or B is determined by any X attribute or not. No. So there are only 4 candidate key. So option C is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Clear? Next, second question. Consider a relation R X Y Z. Getting a point? There are 3 attributes X Y Z with FD set X tends to Y, Y tends to Z, and X tends to Z. Which of the following is a minimal cover of relation R? These are the option: X tends to Y, X tends to Z, and Y tends to Z, X tends to Z, X tends to Y, and Y tends to Z, and none of these. First of all, I want to say what is the minimal cover. What is the minimal cover? Minimal cover means elimination of redundant FD. Redundant means extra FD. Extra FD का elimination करना या delete करना. What is the objective? If we delete the redundant FD, then after the deletion, if FD set does not affect the power, then you can say it's a redundant FD. Getting my point? कहने का मतलब ये है, मिनिमल कवर का मतलब है आप इन 3 FDs में से क्या किसी 2 FD या 1 FD से भी काम चला सकते हो क्या, यानी इनमें कोई रिडंडेंट FD है क्या. रिडंडेंट FD मीन्स अगर इनमें से अपन किसी भी FD को डिलीट करते हैं तो भी FD की जो पावर है, जो चीज़ पावर का मतलब जो चीज़ ये कैलकुलेट कर सकता है, उसके बावजूद भी, किसके बावजूद, वो रिडंडेंट FD के डिलीशन के बावजूद भी क्या वो कैलकुलेट कर पा रहा है या नहीं कर पा रहा. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ मिनिमल कवर. मिनिमल कवर मीन्स, अगेन आई रिपीट, elimination of redundant FD. What is the meaning of redundant FD? Redundant FD is a FD. If we delete that FD from original FD set F, does not affect the power of FD set. Getting my point? Here you can see there are FD set. Let us assume X tends to Z is a redundant FD. Getting my point? Then we delete that FD and we are getting a new FD set G. X tends to Y and Y tends to Z. Now how you can check? Here you can check. You delete X tends to Z. That is a short trick. You delete X tends to Z. Now, if after deletion this FD set from X, if you can determine Z, then you can say X tends to Z is a redundant FD. But there is one procedure. What is the procedure? You have to check F equivalent G or not. Getting my point? What is the procedure? Original FD set F is given. Listen carefully. Original FD set F is given. Getting my point? Then you assume any X tends to Y is a redundant FD. Any X tends to Y is a redundant FD. Now after delete that FD, you are getting a new FD set. Now you have to check F equivalent G or not. If F equivalent G, then you can say लेट अस अज्यूम, जो आपने अज्यूम की थी x टेंड्स टू y इज रिडंडेंट FD, वो आपकी वास्तव में रिडंडेंट FD है, एंड जो बचा है वो उसका मिनिमल कवर है. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? एंड हाउ यू कैन चेक F इक्विवेलेंट G? F cover G true and G cover F true. F cover G means I already explained the questions of F cover G and G cover F in PPT number 1. Here I already explain you, but here I am explaining what is the F cover G. We write down the G FD and F cover all the FDs of G. Means F cover G means all the FDs of G are implied by F, implied in F. Yeah, F cover all the FDs of G. What is the meaning of F cover all the FDs of G? You take the closure of X in F. So when you take the closure of X, you are getting X to Y and Y to Z also, but I am not writing here Z. Why? Because that is not necessary right now. And when you take the closure of Y, you are getting YZ. So this is true. Now G cover F. So what you have to write? You have to write the FFD set. What is the FFD set? X tends to Y, Y tends to Z, and X tends to Z. And take the closure in G. Getting my point? So when you take the closure in of X in G, you are getting X, Y, Z. So X tends to Y is true. When you take the closure of Y, you are getting YZ. This is true. When you take the closure of X, you are getting XZ true. Means F equivalent G is true. F cover G is true, G cover F is true. So you can say X tends to Z is extra FD. And what is the minimal cover? X tends to Y and Y tends to Z. Getting my point? Means the minimal cover is when you delete that FD, X tends to Z, you are not affecting the power of FD set. Getting my point? That is the meaning of minimal cover. So here option C is the right answer. X tends to Y and Y tends to Z. Clear? Now next question. Consider a relational schema R A B C D with FDs A tends to B and C tends to D. Then the decomposition of R into R1 AB and R2 CD. Then this decomposition is lossless join, dependency preserving, either lossy join and dependency preserving. Option C is lossless join and dependency not preserving. D lossy join and dependency not preserving. Getting my point? Before the explain the question, I want to say something about the NIC batch. My dear student, we already start the NIC live classes batch from the 1st of March. There are already 350, I think 300 or 350 students already enrolled. They are getting the live classes on daily during the lockdown period. We are here to providing live classes. There are 6 hours live classes daily, and we are also solving the doubt session, and we make a Telegram group in which the students are posting your doubt and get the solution of each and every doubt. Getting my point? And we have all technical support. So please, if you really want to crack the scientist B or technical assistant as per your education qualification, as per your interest, if you are eligible for both exam, so I request please join. You doesn't matter if you are joining live course or video on demand course, it depends on you. So it's my request. So Nimbus learning platform powered by Engineer Academy provide a very good opportunity, so grab it. Getting my point? Now before starting what is the meaning of lossless join and lossy join, let's suppose a relation R is decomposed into two sub relation R1 and R2. Getting my point? There is a one common attribute in R1 and R2. If common attribute, what is the meaning of lossy join, lossless join? What is the, how you check the lossless join? If common attribute, first when you do the union, you are getting the original relation. Yes, you are getting the original relation ABCD. And second condition, if common attribute either a super key of R1 or a super key of R2, then you can say it is a lossless join. Getting my point? So you have to check first. So lossless join, when you take the two sub relation R1 and R2, there is a no common attribute. Getting my point? So it is a lossy join. Getting my point? Because, and technically you can understand, this is a drive operator join that is performed in 3 steps. First, cross product or Cartesian product. Second, select the tuple which satisfy equality condition on common attribute. And third one is projection of distinct attribute. Getting my point? So it will stop at the step number 1 because there is a no common attribute. So you can't select the tuple which satisfy equality condition on common attribute. Clear? So this is a lossy join. When it will be lossless? If common attribute, what is the common? Let's suppose B is common. So if C is common, here आपका ABC होता और इधर आपका CD होता. C is common, When it is lossless, again I repeat, let's suppose R1 is ABC and R2 is CD. What is the common? C is common. When you take the closure of C, you are getting CD, means super key of R2. Super key of R2. Then you can say it is a lossless join. Clear? So right now it is a lossy join. Clear? And dependency preserving, R1 is AB, R2 is CD, and A tends to B preserving R1 and C tends to D preserving R2. So it is a dependency preserving. So the answer is lossy join and dependency preserving. Option B is the right answer. Lossy join and dependency preserving. Clear? Next, before start question, if you have any doubt, you can also tell in the comment box. And if you, some of the student asking in the comment box also, okay sir, what is the fees and what is the procedure to get online the subscribe, purchase this live courses or recorded video on demand courses. So all the details are available in the link. Getting my point? You will all the description in the link as well as helpline number. So you can call here, you can put a message. Your academic team will, administrative team will call you and tell all the procedure. So please, it's a very good time. It's my personal suggestion. Don't waste your time. Join us and take the advantage. This is a very large number of vacancies. So it's depend on you. Again I recommend it, please join us. Now next question is, consider a relational schema R A B C D with FD set F. The FD is AB tends to CD, ABC E and C to E. What is the normal form of R? Means which identify the highest normal form which is satisfy the this relational schema R. Options is 1NF, 2NF, 3NF and BCNF. Getting my point? So first of all, we find the candidate key. What is the candidate key? AB. You can see here, I already told so many questions about the candidate key, so no need to worry about. So first we find the candidate key. Candidate key is AB. Then all the remaining attributes are called known key attributes. So what is the known key attribute? C, D and E. Clear? Now first we have to check 2NF. What is the, how we check the 2NF? A relational schema R is in 2NF. First, if it is in 1NF. Second, R does not contain any partial dependency. Again I repeat, R does not contain any partial dependency. What is the meaning of partial dependency? प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ कैंडिडेट की से अगर नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट डिटरमाइन हो रहा है, अगेन आई रिपीट, प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ कैंडिडेट की से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट डिटरमाइन हो रहा है, तो यू कैन से इट्स ए पार्शियल डिपेंडेंसी. क्लियर? सो हियर there is a no proper subset because this is full candidate key, this is a super key, and this is not a proper subset because A C is not a subset of candidate key. So there is a no partial dependency. So R is in 2NF. Getting my point? And when you are talking about the 3NF, so a relational schema R is in 3NF. If R is in 2NF, first of all, and no transitive dependency. What is the non transitive dependency in technical term? कि नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट डिटरमाइन नहीं होना चाहिए. अगेन आई रिपीट, नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट डिटरमाइन नहीं होना चाहिए. क्लियर? देयर आर वेरियस डेफिनेशन ऑफ 3NF, बट हियर you can understand in other way also कि a relational schema R is in not in 3NF if there is a known key attribute to known key attribute FD occur. Getting my point? You can say in other way, a relational schema R is in 3NF if every x tends to y non-trivial FD must satisfying the following definition. What is definition? I will tell you next questions also. Here I am also explain you. Either x is a super key or y is a prime attribute. So here you can see x is a super key. Yes, good. Here x is a super key, but here x is not a super key and y is not a prime attribute, so it is not in 3NF. You have 2 to 3 approach to check to 3NF. Getting my point? So here you can see C tends to E. What is happening? Non key attribute से non key attribute, so are not in 3NF. So this relational schema R is only in 2NF. Option B is the right answer. कि what is the normal form of this relational schema R? That is 2NF. Getting my point? Clear? Next, consider a relational schema R A B C D with FD set AB tends to CD and D tends to A. What is the normal form of R? Option A is 1NF, B 2NF, C 3NF and D BCNF. So you will tell please. There is a relational schema R, AB tends to CD and D tends to A. Clear? So what is the candidate key? Candidate key are AB, because you are getting AB tends to CD and not a proper subset is also a super key, and A determined by D, so you can replace the A with the help of D. So you are getting AB and DB. What is the known key attribute? C. So first we check for 2NF. There is a no partial dependency. Clear? No partial dependency. So R is in 2NF. And whenever you have to check 3NF, you have 2 or 3 approach. First, R is in 2NF, not transitive FD. Second, known key attribute से known key attribute determine नहीं होना चाहिए. या directly you can say let R be the relational schema and X tends to Y. Any X tends to Y, all non-trivial FDs are in 3NF if and only if either X is a super key, If X is not a super key, then Y is a prime attribute. Getting my point? So X either is a super key or Y is a prime attribute. In this FD set, AB tends to CD, you can see AB is a super key. Clear? Super key means first candidate key. Getting my point? I already explained you in the previous slide. Don't worry. So AB is a super key, and in D tends to A, D is not a super key, but A is prime attribute. Why A is prime attribute? Because the A is appear in the candidate key, and the attribute which appear in any candidate key are called prime attribute, and remaining attribute are called non-key attribute or non-prime attribute. So D tends to A में A is prime attribute, so R is in 3NF. And whenever you have to check in the BCNF, you have to check only one condition. What is the one condition? Ki X is a super key. There is no condition on right hand side attribute. Why? Because we have another trick to check कि if any proper subset of one candidate key is a proper subset of another candidate key, then the relation are not in BCNF. So here you can see whenever you check for BCNF, X tends to Y, non-trivial FD is in BCNF if X is a super key. So AB tends to CD, AB super key है, but in D tends to A, D is not a super key. Yeah, you can see in another way, in D tends to A, what is happening? Proper subset of one candidate key to proper subset of another candidate key. एक candidate key का proper subset है, and second another candidate key का proper subset है. So not in BCNF. Clear है? My dear student, similar type of question continuously asking and NILIT 2017 batch, scientist, and as well as TA and 2018 exam also. Getting my point? So this type of question, 2 to 3 questions are came in the exam. Is relational schema is given, FD set is given, is asking about the normal form. So whenever, first again I repeat, whenever you have to check for 2NF, you have to check for partial dependency. Whenever you have to check for 3NF, you have to check only one condition कि नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. या यू हैव अनदर अप्रोच कि आइदर एक्स इज ए सुपर की, इफ एक्स इज नॉट ए सुपर की देन वाई इज ए प्राइम एट्रीब्यूट. क्लियर? एंड व्हेनेवर यू हैव टू चेक फॉर BCNF, क्या नहीं होना चाहिए? प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ वन कैंडिडेट की से प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ अनदर कैंडिडेट की नहीं होना चाहिए. आई ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन इन द क्लास ऑल्सो, डोंट वरी, है ना. इफ यू आर नॉट ज्वाइन यू कैन ज्वाइन, यू विल गेट द वीडियो ऑन डिमांड ऑल्सो. एंड या आइदर एक्स इज ए सुपर की, एक्स इज ओनली सुपर की. So D tends to A, what is happening? D is not a super key, so it is not in BCNF. So R is in 3NF. Option C is the right answer. Clear है? Option C is the right answer in this case. Relational schema R is in 3NF. So most of type of questions, 2 to 3 marks came in the gate as well as NIC. And I am in this slide, I am also not exactly gate question is covered, but similar type of gate question is covered. Here the name of the series is concept through the questions. So we are giving the concept, explaining the concept with the help of questions. So because you know very well data is not same, you will get the concept, then you can solve any questions. So here my objective is you solve each and every question. Again I am repeat, you solve each and every question in NIC exam. Doesn't matter is a scientist be or technical assistant of DBMS. Not only on DBMS, each and every subject which is will be taught by the respective faculty members. Getting a point? So we came to the next question. Consider a relational schema. So R A B C D E with following FD set A tends to C D and B tends to D, AE tends to D. What is the normal form of R? Side maybe I am not sure. This question is also came in the scientist B exam, but not sure if similar type of question came in the exam. Don't worry, you will solve each and every question. It's my promise and it's my guarantee you will solve. So asking about the normal form 1NF, 2NF, C 3NF and D is BCNF. Means in this asking about the normal form, relational schema is given R A B C D E and FD set is given A tends to CE, B tends to D and AE tends to D. Then asking about the what is the normal form of R. So my dear student, again I repeat, before solving this question, I am assuming you are solving this question in your mind also. First you find candidate key, then relational schema is 1NF. For whenever you are checking about the 2NF, what you have to check? What you have to check? No partial dependency. What is the meaning of partial dependency? प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ कैंडिडेट की से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? अगर नहीं है तो 2NF में है. व्हेन यू गो फॉर 3NF यू हैव टू चेक नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. क्लियर? अगर है तो 3NF में नहीं होगा, अगर ऐसा केस नहीं है तो 3NF में होगा. वी कैन एक्सप्लेन अनदर वे ऑल्सो, डोंट वरी. एंड फॉर ए BCNF 3NF में हो एंड प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ वन कैंडिडेट की से प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ अनदर कैंडिडेट की नहीं होना चाहिए. क्लियर? Yeah, you can check in another way. First, a relational schema R is in 2NF if all, listen carefully, this is very important point and came into the definition form. If all key are simple key, not a composite key. Means, what is the meaning of this? Ki if you are getting the candidate key either A or B or C, so there is a no subset, then the relational schema already in 2NF. And whenever you are talking about the 3NF, you have three varieties, three definition to check for 3NF. I am here to give the three chance to check, या three way to check that this relational schema is in 3NF or not. First one is नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. क्लियर? अगर आप ये डेफिनेशन भूल जाते हैं तो आप ये चेक करें, ये रिलेशनल स्कीमा में सारी एफडीज में आइदर एक्स टेंस टू वाई माने सभी एफडीज को, आइदर एक्स इज ए सुपर की. अगर एक्स सुपर की नहीं है तो वाई मेरा क्या होना चाहिए? प्राइम एट्रीब्यूट होना चाहिए. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तीसरी डेफिनेशन, अगर आपके रिलेशनल स्कीमा में सारे एट्रीब्यूट की एट्रीब्यूट है, सारे एट्रीब्यूट की एट्रीब्यूट है, देन relational schema R is in 3NF. There are three chance you are getting, there are three different way. These three different definition are given in the different book. You are understanding these are three different, but when you think practically all three are same, because if all attribute are prime attribute, then there is a no non key attribute, then the condition one, the way which we are checking, one is fail, and second one is right hand side is prime attribute, then definitely it is in 3NF. So there is a three way. First one is नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए, अगर है तो 3NF में नहीं होगा. या आप कैसे चेक करेंगे? सारी एफडीज में या तो x मेरा सुपर की हो, या तो x मेरा सुपर की हो, या y मेरा क्या हो? प्राइम एट्रीब्यूट हो. क्लियर? या थर्ड डेफिनेशन क्या? अगर सारे एट्रीब्यूट ही प्राइम एट्रीब्यूट हो गए, सारे एट्रीब्यूट ही की एट्रीब्यूट हो गए, तो रिलेशनल स्कीमा डायरेक्टली आपका 3NF में हो जाएगा. नो नीड टू चेक. क्लियर? सो हियर जो मैं आपको डेफिनेशन बोली वो सब चीज़ें यहाँ बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको. नो पार्शियल डिपेंडेंसी बिकॉज देर इज ए बी प्रॉपर एंड सबसेट, बट देर इज ए नो नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट. सेकेंड 3NF के लिए क्या बोला था मैंने आपको? तीन तरीके से चेक करना बताया था. पहला, नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट से नॉन की नहीं होना चाहिए, नहीं है. दूसरा, आइदर एक्स इज ए सुपर की, इफ इट एक्स नॉट ए सुपर की देन वाई इज ए प्राइम एट्रीब्यूट. क्लियर? या ऑल एट्रीब्यूट आर की एट्रीब्यूट, देन यू कैन से इट इज इन 3NF. You have three varieties, you can check at any condition, so don't confuse, never ever. Getting my point? And whenever you have to check for BCNF, there is only two definition. You have to check कि proper subset of candidate key से proper subset of another candidate key नहीं होना चाहिए. Getting my point? And second point is you can check either x tends to y में x मेरा क्या हो? सुपर की हो. Most of the student ask, सर ऐसा हो सकता है कि प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ वन कैंडिडेट की से प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ सेम कैंडिडेट की हो? जैसे इधर D टेंस टू A है तो सर क्या D टेंस टू B या B टेंस टू A हो सकता है? तो माय डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर ऐसा हुआ, लिसन केयरफुली, अगर ऐसा हुआ D टेंस टू B, अगर ये D टेंस टू B होता तो आपके कैंडिडेट की DB की जगह ओनली D आती. go to the concept of candidate key, minimal of super key. Getting my point? So please गलती कभी नहीं करनी है. Getting my point? So D tends to B होता तो आपका कैंडिडेट की D होता, not DB. Clear? Because candidate key is a minimal attribute. So I think you are getting all the concept of normal form, and I am assume you will not do any wrong question, any question wrong of normalization. Not only normalization of, I expect from you, all of the students who are joining the live classes, 350 plus student, and which we taken the recording video on demand course, recording course, सारे बच्चों का ये क्वेश्चंस, और नॉट ओनली दीज स्टूडेंट, जो स्टूडेंट यूट्यूब पे ये निम्बस लर्निंग पावर्ड बाय इंजीनियर एकेडमी अपने चैनल पे देख रहे हैं, उन्हीं का भी गलत नहीं होना चाहिए. बिकॉज आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग ऑल दी कॉन्सेप्ट. जस्ट कीप साइलेंट and listen carefully what I am saying. You will solve all the questions. If you don't believe me, after watching this PPT, you will take the previous year scientist question 2017 or 18 and apply, do the normalization question, FDA normalization. It's my challenge to you. You will not do any question in wrong way. You will get the right answer in a one shot. It's my promise to you. So next question is asking about the normal form. So consider there are relational schema R A B C D E with FD set this one. They are asking about the what is the normal form of R. So first we find the candidate key. What is the candidate key? We take the closure of AB. You are getting A B C D E. You are getting all attributes. So there is a AB. So directly you can't say candidate key. Why you can't say directly AB is a candidate key? Because if any proper subset of candidate key is also a super key. If any proper subset of super key is also a super key, then that proper subset is called candidate key, and so on. Clear है? क्योंकि अपन इसको डायरेक्टली कैंडिडेट की जब तक नहीं बोलेंगे, जब तक मैं इसको तोड़ के नहीं देख लेता क्या ए से या बी से तो पूरे एट्रीब्यूट नहीं निकल रहे. तो पहले मैंने ए का क्लोजर लिया, ए से ए सी ई एंड डी. क्लियर? कैसे डी आया? ए से ए सी ई, और व्हेन यू गेटिंग ए ई यू आर गेटिंग डी. यू आर नॉट गेटिंग बी हियर, so you are not writing. See here, now we take the closure of B, you are getting only BD. So neither from A nor from B you are not determining all attribute of relational schema R. So you can say AB is a candidate key. And what is the non key attribute? C, D and E. Now first we have to check for 2NF. What is the set of 2NF? No partial dependency. And what is the meaning of partial dependency? Listen carefully. Proper subset of candidate key से non key attribute. What is the proper subset of AB? A and B. You can see proper subset of candidate key से non key attribute, and here also proper subset of candidate key से non key attribute. There are two FDs which violate the 2NF definition. So proper subset of candidate key से non key attribute. So are not in 2NF, it is only in 1NF. So option A is the right answer. Getting my point, my dear student? क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट, विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज फॉल्स अबाउट द नॉर्मल फॉर्म? एनी रिलेशन विद टू एट्रीब्यूट इज इन BCNF. ए. सेकेंड, बी, लॉसलेस एंड डिपेंडेंसी प्रिजर्विंग डिकम्पोजिशन इनटू 3NF ऑलवेज पॉसिबल. थर्ड, BCNF इज स्ट्रिकर देन 3NF. डी, एवरी रिलेशन इन 3NF इज ऑल्सो इन BCNF. So first, any relation with two attribute. What is meaning of this? Binary relation. And I already told you binary relation always in BCNF. So binary relation always in BCNF. Statement A is true. Second, lossless and dependency preserving decomposition into 3NF always possible. I already told you in the previous slide. And similar type of question came in the Scientist B 2017 and 18 respectively. So after watching this PPT, please, it's my humble request, solve the questions of 2017 and 18 Scientist B or Technical Assistant, so you will get the confidence, your morale is increased, so you will get the positive vibes and do the study with your hard work. Getting my point? And if you are not subscribed, so please subscribe this channel Nimbus Learning powered by Engineer Academy and like it. And if you really want to crack the Scientist B or Technical Assistant paper, join it. There are two type of course: live course, again I told you, live course, and recording video on demand for Scientist B and Technical Assistant. And we already provide with 25 mock test series and quiz also on Telegram group on daily basis. So keep hurry. Next, Option C, BCNF is stricter than 3NF. Yes, because BCNF, there is option B already told you, lossless and dependency preserving decomposition into 3NF is always possible. But in BCNF, only lossless joint dependency may or may not be preserved. May be preserved or may not be preserved. And C, BCNF is stricter than 3NF. Yes, BCNF is always stricter than 3NF because it does not allow all three cases. What is the all three case? Again I repeat, please listen carefully. Case first अलाउ नहीं होना चाहिए, केस सेकंड भी अलाउ नहीं होना चाहिए, केस थर्ड भी अलाउ नहीं होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ केस फर्स्ट? याद करिए, 2NF के लिए प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ कैंडिडेट कीज है नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट. सेकंड, नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट टू नॉन की एट्रीब्यूट. थर्ड, प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ वन कैंडिडेट की टू प्रॉपर सबसेट ऑफ अनदर कैंडिडेट की. तीनों केस आर नॉट अलाउड. आई एम एग्री, BCNF हैज 0% redundancy, but in which dependency may or may not be preserved. Getting a point? So here asking about the BCNF is stricter than 3NF. Yes, it is stricter than 3NF because it does not allow all three case. 3NF not allowed two case. First one for 2NF, partial dependency, proper subset of candidate key to non key, and second, non key to non key. Next, every relation in 3NF is also in BCNF. No, my dear student, it's the opposite case. If a relation is in BCNF, then it is already in 3NF. Means in normal form, higher normal form satisfy the condition of lower normal form. Means if a relation R is in 2NF, then it is already in 1NF. A relation R is in 3NF, it is already in 2NF and 1NF. And if a relation R is in BCNF, it is already in 3NF, 2NF and 1NF. So in this he is saying every relation in 3NF is also in BCNF. My dear student, this is wrong. So this is a false statement. So option D is correct. Every relation in 3NF is also in BCNF. This statement is false. Clear? Next, a relational schema R A, B, D, E, P, G, and with a relational schema with FDs, AB tends to CD and D tends to AB tends to CD, D tends to P, C tends to E, P tends to C, B tends to D. And what is asking? What is the relational schema of R is in? Means this relational schema with these FD set satisfy the which normal form? Either it is in BCNF, option B in 3NF but not in BCNF, and C in 2NF but not in 2NF but not in B3NF and not in 2NF. So we'll solve here. First we find the candidate key. You are saying we take the closure of AB. My dear student, most of the students say, sir, why you take the AB? So I'm already told you, whenever we are talking about the candidate key, let's suppose there are 5 candidate key. So you can start from anywhere. You can start any one candidate key and go to the procedure key. If any X attribute determine the prime attribute, you find the multiple candidate key. Then you will get all 5 candidate key. Doesn't matter you start from this one or that one. Clear? So here I am taking AB. Why I am taking AB? Because I am seeing that from AB you are getting all attribute, mostly attribute. Here you can see AB tends to CD and C tends to E and B tends to G and D tends to P. You are getting all attribute. But I am not saying AB is a candidate key. Why I am not saying? जब तक तोड़ेंगे नहीं, जब तक उसको कैंडिडेट की बोलेंगे नहीं. याद रखना मांझी मूवी का डायलॉग. जब तक तोड़ेंगे नहीं, जब तक कैंडिडेट की बोलेंगे नहीं. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो सबसे पहले ए का क्लोजर लिया अपन ने. व्हाट यू आर गेटिंग ए का क्लोजर? ओनली ए. व्हेन वी टेक द क्लोजर ऑफ बी, यू आर गेटिंग ओनली BG. मीन्स not a proper subset of super key, not a super key. Getting my point? So AB is my candidate key because ना तो A से ना B से सारे attribute नहीं आ रहे. तो AB is candidate key. And what is the non key attribute? All the remaining attributes C, D, E, P, G. So first check for 2NF. What is the condition for 2NF? Any proper subset of candidate key to non key attribute. What is the proper subset? A or B. You have to check here. Cursor देखें. AB. No, yes. You are seeing here that is the proper subset and this is non key attribute. Getting my point? B tends to G is partial dependency, proper subset of candidate key to non key attribute. So not in 2NF. Option D is correct. Clear? Next, which one of the following is not a part of acid property of the database transaction? Atomicity, consistency, isolation or durability. Are you getting my point? Whenever you are talking about the transaction, what is the meaning of transaction? Transaction is a sequence of logical operation performed as a unit of works. sequence of operation performed as the logical unit of work. For example, you are transferring 1000 rupees from account A to account B. What will be happening? First, the account of A is read, then 1000 rupees is subtract, then update, write A. Then account of B is read and 1000 rupees is added, then update, write B. Getting my point? So to maintain the integrity, transaction must satisfy the ACID property, where A stands for atomicity. What is the meaning of atomicity? Either execute all operation of the transaction successfully or none of them, full or none. And what is the meaning of consistency? What is the meaning of consistency? Means before and after the transaction database must be consistent. And what is the meaning of isolation? Concurrent execution of two or more transactions should be equal to any serial schedule. Yeah, when two or more transactions are executed in a sequence simultaneously, yeah, concurrent way, then they must be isolated. They does not affect to each other. Then you can say your transaction is isolated. And what is the meaning of durability? There are two definitions of durability. Any change in the database must persist for a long period of time. Then you can say your transaction is durable. Yeah, database must be able to recover under any case of failure. But in this question is asking about the ACID property में A stand for, C stand for, I stand for, D stand for, D stand for durability. But deadlock freedom is not a part of ACID property. Getting my point? So D is the right answer. कि deadlock freedom is not a part of ACID property because D stand for durability. That say database must be able to recover under any case of failure or any change in the database must persist for a long period of time. What is the meaning of this? If you suppose you deposit 5 lakh rupees on your account, so ये 5 लाख रुपए कब तक आपके अकाउंट में रहेंगे? जब तक कि आप इस पर कोई अनदर ट्रांजेक्शन परफॉर्म नहीं करते. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ड्यूरेबिलिटी. एनी चेंज इन द डेटाबेस मस्ट परसिस्ट फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. या ड्यूरेबल होना चाहिए. अगर आपका ट्रांजेक्शन फेल हो जाता है तो दे मस्ट बी एबल टू रिकवर. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? What is the meaning of these? We will explain you. And atomicity and durability is taken care by recovery management. Recovery management means whenever transaction is failed, then what will happening? Let's suppose you are transferring account A to your brother account or sister account, your father account. Then if transaction have failed, then what will happen? Amount will be refunded. Getting my point? Means if the transaction fail, then if the transaction fail before commit, then recovery management just roll back the transaction. What is the meaning of roll back? Undo all modification. Undo all modification with the help of log, log, with the help of log file, transaction logs. What is the meaning of transaction logs? Whenever the transaction start, corresponding log file maintained by the system. These log file contain all activity of the transaction. Getting my point? All activity or modification of the transaction. Clear? These log file are maintained by the system. So in this, deadlock freedom is not a part of ACID property. We came to the next question. Consider the following transaction involving two bank account A and B. Read A, 1000 rupees subtract, write A, read B, 1000 rupees added, write B. The constant that the sum of account A and B should remain constant is that of atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. Clear? So this is the property of consistency. What is the meaning of consistency? Before and after the transaction, database must be consistent. We'll take an example. Let's suppose A के अकाउंट में 10,000 रुपीज़ थे, B के अकाउंट में 5,000 रुपीज़ थे. What is the sum before the transaction? 1,500 and 1,000 rupees is transfer from A to B. Clear? 1,000 rupees is transfer from A to B. Now what will happening when we transfer the 1,000 rupees? What will getting? A account में 9,000 and B account में 6,000. We are getting another 15,000. The sum before and after the transaction must be consistent. या आप अपने मानिए आपके अकाउंट में 40,000 रुपये हैं, आपने 10,000 रुपये कैश विड्रॉल किया ATM से. अभी भी अकाउंट में कितने? 40 ही है. 40 कैसे? 30 आपके अकाउंट में और 10 इन योर हैंड विच यू विड्रॉल द कैश राइट नाउ. तो बिफोर 40 एंड आफ्टर द 40. तो डेटाबेस मस्ट बी consistent at any point. Getting my point? Clear? So this is all of because of consistency. The constant that the sum of account A and B remain constant of is that of consistency. So option B is the right answer. Getting my point? So this is the part 2 of DBMS most expected question for NIC. If you really want to join it, use my coupon code which is available in the description. And if you are not available, not getting, then you can call, you can message your helpline number, or you can go log in to the nimbus.org and contact us. You can mail also, will reply to you as well as soon as possible. So if you really want to join it, please join. This is a very good opportunity, because approx 500, 288 and scientist B and 207 in technical assistant vacancy. This is very good. First time there is a large amount of vacancies coming, and if you are preparing for that, you will very good opportunity to crack with very good marks and very high probability. So it's my humble request, please like and subscribe the video. If any doubt, you can ask in the comment box.
If you really like the video, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.